Are you listening closely? Let's talk some audio. This week I was really struggling with what to do for my video. Put on some tunes, got inspired, and thought, yeah, let's do a video this week about some audio. But of course, if we're going to make sound effects and use audio, we probably need to go find some really cool stuff to sync with audio. So I ran downtown, which isn't something I normally do, but everything you are about to hear was a post-audio effect. Yo guys, what is going on? Jake Felzine here. Sorry that the cinematics this week were cut a little bit short. Again, I'm in the process of trying to get ready to move. We're closing on a house this week. I know I keep saying that, but it's because it's kind of a process. There's a lot going on. It kind of keeps coming up and it keeps being a thing. So anyway, the cinematics had to be a little shorter than they have been in the past, but that's also because while I have had to shorten this one, I am working obviously on kind of a bigger overarching story which will come out with the whole house move. So don't worry, that will be coming as well. But today I thought, we could get a little bit of cinematics and then let's talk kind of like tips, tricks, / I want to figure something out and I'm going to figure it out with you guys, which is improving on my audio, specifically my studio audio, but then also going over other ways to improve your audio. Whether we like it or not, guys, one thing that I keep realizing as a cinematographer is that the more effort I put into my audio, the higher quality the video appears. Sure, we can have the prettiest footage, the best looking cinematography, but the more I learn, it's just the audio is so incredibly important. Now, for starters, we're going to talk more about sound effects, where I get my music. We'll talk about that today. But for starters, if you will notice, the audio here in the studio isn't great. And in fact, in my last video, I completely messed it up. Some of you could hear it, some of you couldn't. It was this problem called, I believe, phase corruption or something along those lines. I accidentally recorded it in mono. Certain speakers and platforms won't even play it if you do it that way, and the audio is a little bit out of sync. It basically just, some of you didn't even hear me talking in the studio last time. You should be able to hear me talking this time because I'm using the microphone basically hooked straight into the camera. I'm not using my condenser microphone, so we'll talk about that really quick. So this microphone, my condenser microphone, is the main microphone that I use for my voiceovers. And recently, I had kind of plopped it down on my desk, and for talking to you guys, I had used it. The problem with this microphone is that it's a really good microphone. It's a nice high quality microphone. I bought it back in the day when I was doing my music. Problem is from a distance, this microphone really starts to suffer. It's just not the nicest condenser microphone. So when you're using it for voiceovers, you really want to be up and close, maybe put a pop filter between you so you've got your P's nice and cut out. But you use this for voiceovers, you're nice and close, you can put all kinds of rich effects on it. It works great. From more of a distance, it just kind of suffers. It falls off, doesn't sound as nice, which is where something like a shotgun microphone, which is what I'm recording right now, sounds a little bit more natural, records in stereo, and that's all great. The problem with the shotgun microphone is, guys, I can't even touch the camera right now So the microphone is kind of far away, and I use the little Rode Video Micro, super small microphone, really cheap and affordable. All of you guys who are maybe getting into this probably are considering buying that microphone. It's a great microphone. The problem is that I'm far away from it right now, so it's not gonna sound as good. All of this footage should not sound as good. So today, I'm on a mission to look at how the pros do their audio, and I really wanna take this little, I think it's like 60 bucks, this little $60 microphone, and I want it to sound professional. So guys, this week, in an effort to learn better audio, and again, this is far away, you're probably getting a little bit of echo coming from all the different directions. Main reason for that is because I don't have this office soundproof. Our new house, I will definitely start to look into soundproofing for studio type shots. I don't do a ton of them. We'll probably do more and more. Soundproofing is one way to fix it, but really, after spending a week trying to kind of learn how I could beef up my audio, I really learned, guys, that there is basically this concept. You see everyone hanging their little microphones on YouTube, basically down right in front of here, and then they prop them up. So that's what we're going to try to do today for cheap. So I don't have like a boom stand to actually do that, but we're gonna try and like jimmy rig something, and we're gonna see if we can make this little $60 microphone that you guys are hearing right now sound a whole lot better. So first things first, we're gonna need some materials. All right, guys, so we're going old school vlogger. You guys will notice too, like right here, so I'm at like my wide, the widest focal length on my zoom lens right now. The microphone should sound quite a bit better. I don't know if you guys can tell. Again, though, we're just trying to basically move this microphone that you guys are hearing right now just closer to my mouth, just right out of the shot for studio shots. So first things first, we need some materials. I'm thinking we're gonna find some tape or something to basically jimmy rig the microphone on top of this stand. So this is my light wand, which is what I use to kind of light me in my videos. I mean, I'll use this little remote here to show you guys, but like where I was sitting, I just turned this on way overexposed because now we have all kinds of light. But this would basically provide the light for my face, and so if you guys can see, it sits like right here, you know, just right above where I'm at. So what I'm gonna do is provide the microphone to basically be strapped, super janky, hopefully it doesn't mess up the lighting, but basically strap the microphone up there and get such a closer signal so it only has to travel this far instead of all the way back to where I had the camera propped up on the edge of the desk. So let's find like some tape or something. I mean, this is like fixing the Rode Video Micro on like massive budget. We don't have anything really like on hand. We're just trying to see if we can get this microphone closer to the source of the sound. So let's go find something to kind of like, you know, jimmy rig the microphone on there. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so the first place I want to look is Carly's crafting area. I want to see if we have like some tape or something potentially, or ooh, this might work. I remember I bought these back for a lot of like sound and stuff, but we could probably use some zip ties. I have obviously about a jillion of them left over. That could work really well. We'll put those over here on the desk. That might be what we use. That should be cool enough to stick the microphone on there. Coolio. Okay guys, again, so this is going to be my makeshift boom, and again, like, look at the YouTubers. Let me stop this down just a little bit here since we're kind of in a bright spot, but you'll see other YouTubers using actually like a dedicated boom to hang a microphone down in front of the subject's face. So what I'm thinking is we'll put these right here, strap it up nice and good, and then the microphone should just hang. Now the problem is getting the microphone's cord to go from here all the way to basically the stand where I set the actual camera itself with the little Joby tripod to prop it up. That's going to be tricky. So we need an extension piece, which I think I have in this drawer down here. Oh, okay, I think, yes, this is the one we want. Yeah.
It's a good world. Good world gone bad.
let's rig this baby up and see how it sounds. Okay, all right, guys. So I think it's studio ready. Let's flick the lights and let's get back into the studio setting and let's see how this sounds. Okay. Guys, I put that tiny little Amron light. Let's see how the exposure is. Okay. I can already tell just looking at the levels, that's so much better. So I put that tiny little Amron light back there to basically hide the shadows that this light would be casting behind me. So you guys will be able to see here, you can see the little fuzzy dead cat. It's actually still there, but I have it basically my lens as wide out as it'll go, but you can still see the microphone there. So now we're kind of having more of that professional setup. Let's zoom it back in to kind of how I had it at the beginning of this video. Back a smidge. That looks good. I don't know if this is exactly how I had it set up. This looks pretty close. Yeah, so anyway, how much better does this sound with the microphone right there compared to what you guys were hearing when the microphone was, again, you can see my hands, I'm far enough from the camera, I can't even touch it. How does it compare with the camera having the microphone basically strapped on the hot shoe mount on top? This should be so much better. And again, guys, this is sort of the professional setup, right? They try to put the microphone just as close to the subject as possible, which is why vlogging audio is always kind of hit and miss. But when people like Peter McKinnon, Matti Hapoya, Andreas Hem, the works, film audio in a studio, it sounds really tight and crispy. And again, I'm just using a little $60 microphone zip tied to my light with an extra 3.5 millimeter extender that I found in my drawer because I have a million electronic dongles from everything in life. So I didn't spend $1 more than what I already had, and I've improved my audio setup drastically. If you guys have a little video micro like this, I would totally recommend it. I can just tell already, this is going to improve my studio audio like tenfold. So in other business, we're talking audio, we're talking shop. I just kind of want to go over with you guys just at a high level some of the audio things that I've really become aware of. Because again, really the highlight of this video is while visuals are so important. And when I first got into this, I was like, oh, visuals are everything. Get the visuals, strap a song on top, and you're good to go. The more I learn, it's that the story is so important, and with the story comes the audio and the actual telling of the story and all of these different pieces. There's just so much going on inside of cinematography and videography that I just had no idea, and it's been really fun to learn them, and I'm just excited to share some of this stuff with you guys. So real quick, I'm going to give you like the quick 2-minute spiel of like my current audio flow. Really, again, at a high level, Rode Video Micro is my main microphone that I use to actually strap into the camera, which is really nice because then it just comes in with the MP4 format. I don't have to sync it up in post or anything. This is going to totally speed up my workflow because I just take the clips from the camera itself and I'm good to go. So that's new. Otherwise, guys, I was using this condenser microphone for everything, which didn't work out great. So I'm still planning on doing voiceovers with that because it plugs straight into my computer. I can just use I've got a hotkey, Command T, to do voiceovers on Final Cut. It opens the little box right up. I hit record and I can just do a voiceover. And so that's the microphone that I use for voiceovers, and I think it sounds really good. Sound effects and music. Now, guys, I use Epidemic Sound. It seems to be a little bit of the pricier one these days. MusicBed is coming out with a subscription model. There's a couple other websites that are doing subscription models. Artlist, I think, has done one as well, and they all, I think, are cheaper than Epidemic. I just jumped on the Epidemic bandwagon because I was already there. I've gotten pretty familiar with it. They have sound effects and music that you can use on YouTube with their license, so that's really nice. Not sponsored by them, by the way. I pay full price every month for their service, which is why I'm considering maybe trying something different to save a few bucks because, you know, that homeowner life coming up. Anyway, I think that Epidemic is really good. Their sound effects are a little hard to find at times because you pretty much have to actually search straight in for the word for the sound effects. They don't do categories for sound effects. They do, but they're just such a high level that sometimes it's still hard to find stuff. And they have tons of sound effects. All of the sound effects that you heard in the beginning of this video is from there, and it's awesome. I love I love the quality of audio that you get from there. It's just a little hard to track down sometimes. Music-wise, they're awesome. They've got groups, categories. It's easy to find stuff. You can find similar tracks from ones you like. I love Epidemic's music, and I think their music is really good. All of my music comes from them because they do the subscription model, so you don't have to pay royalty fees for your music. Again, guys, that's huge. Yeah, that pretty much sums up my audio workflow in a nutshell. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, it's just my name, @JakeFelzine. I try to post little story updates on there as well for when videos come out and all of that stuff. So check that out as well. But anyway, if you guys liked this video, again, a little bit more of a slow pace, kind of a dumb little audio video, but we had some fun at the beginning. Again, don't worry, we'll have tons more fun in the future. So definitely like and maybe consider subscribing. That would be awesome. Let's stop with the rambling. I need to get out of here and I need to go edit this video. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. You guys have a good one, and I will see you later. Okay, bye guys.
It's a good world.
Now I gotta clean up all this stuff.
Good world gone bad.